Hey guys, today we're playing a Village Seed, and I received some pretty bad news this morning. I lost someone who was very close to me. You know, someone that I will talk to pretty much every day. And it's not easy. You know, I don't really know what to say because it's barely been a day since it's happened, and I'm still trying to process it. I thought it would be a nice idea to make a video on this, just because there might be people who are going through something similar, and maybe it's nice to know that they're not alone, and that, you know, maybe this video can help them in some way. But yeah, I spent most of today just like sat down, not really doing anything, literally with my eyes closed, and just trying to process what had happened, just giving myself time to experience the grief instead of distracting myself or anything, which is not a bad thing to be doing, but I didn't want to feel this way anymore. And so I just wanted to try to feel the emotion. And it's not easy. It really isn't easy, like having to just sit there with your thoughts, but after doing it for a lot of time, I felt this really weird, like, emotion. I was calm, but at the same time, I was anxious and I was depressed. Like, my heart rate was, like, pounding, but I felt, like, weirdly relaxed. Just because I guess I knew that I was safe. I was safe to, you know, feel these emotions, and, you know, in peace. But it was hard to get myself to do that. I did spend a lot of the day talking to people about this. I'll tell you, you know, a bit of a story. There's this one friend that I have, and honestly, I could not be more grateful for him. I know he doesn't realize this, but he's the only person that's stuck with me through everything that's happened in, like, the past few years. I don't understand why. Like, I don't know. I've had a lot of people that have left me for no reason. I mean, there are a lot of people in the past where I don't know why they made that decision, but as far as I remember, he's the only person who's stuck with me for this long that still, you know, talks to me regularly. And we went for this walk. We didn't know it at the time, but it just so happened that it ended up raining, and it was so foggy, like you couldn't see anything more than like 20 meters away from you. It was just pouring down with rain. And if you've ever played Silksong, it's kind of like Greymore, like the area, you know, that's really grey and really depressing. But we decided to go to this park that I haven't been to in a very long time. And he showed me all these things. He showed me this river, and we just kind of stood by the river and we just talked about, you know, our past. He talked about this friend that he used to have that used to go magnet fishing in this lake, which personally I've never tried. I've never seen anyone do this, but apparently there is a lot that she found. And it was nice just hearing him reminisce on all of these memories. I guess it was a nice break from what I'd been doing the entire day, but I remember we walked past this one spot, and I started to remember that, like, I've actually been here before. Like, I don't remember ever going to this park, but we just crossed this certain part, and I got this, like, flashback of when I was younger, like, really, really young. Just, like, feeding the ducks, and, you know, exploring this park. Like, it was, like, this huge, like, jungle or whatever. Because obviously I was young and everything was like, oh, it was really big, it was so cool and everything, like, all the colors were so vibrant. This was super weird. I just remember the colors of this memory being so vibrant, and it just contrasted with this, like, extremely gray, you know, environment that we were in. And I told him something after I told him about this memory that I had. And I was like, oh, I used to, you know, feed the dogs here, and I used to go here and, you know, play with my friends. Oh, and I remember I went here with my family once, and I told him that I don't miss my childhood. As much as I loved my childhood, I don't really miss it, because as hard as this day has been, I know that there are much, much better days to come. And there's so much to look forward to past my childhood. You know, even though it's really hard right now for me, I know that, I mean, what he told me was that there is some point in the future where, you know, you're gonna have something happen to you that is better than anything that's happened to you before, and something that's worse than anything that's happened to you before, or something along those lines. And he said, do you notice how I said better first in the sentence? You know, it doesn't come first necessarily chronologically, he said, but it comes first in terms of importance. Like, you know, that these feelings will pass, and that these memories will pass, and what's really gonna matter to you is just, you know, the best, the happiest memories that you made with people. That's not word for word what he said, I kind of added something at the end there, but that really stuck with me, you know? That thought of, like, I don't miss my childhood, like, there's so much more that I'm going to experience in my life. As, like, bleak as this time may seem, like, it's really nice to remind myself of that. And, yeah, we're nearing the end of the run here, but I think it really helped that I just allowed myself to feel the emotions. I just sat down and just existed and just felt and just released these emotions that were inside of me, these feelings. And I think that was really helpful. And I'm very surprised that I haven't cried during this video. I remember it was like this morning where I just started crying, which is natural. So I'm gonna continue to just see where this goes, and I've decided that for the time being, I'm gonna leave social media, like I'm gonna leave Discord and everything. I'm still gonna upload YouTube videos. But I just wanna heal from this first. Because, it's not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. But yeah, there's my 1019. Hope you enjoyed the speedrun.